The night was dark, and I found myself on a desolate journey back home after being out of town. My dad's urgent call echoed through the quiet, asking me to shut off some irrigation valves. Armed with only the feeble glow of my pickup's headlights, I approached the task. As I ventured down the rows, I suddenly felt an eerie darkness enveloping the passenger side of the truck. Swiftly turning, I beheld a shadowy figure tall enough to obscure the headlights. In a matter of seconds, it silently glided from one side to the other, leaving me in a state of bewildered terror. My mind desperately clung to the notion of a large coyote, but doubt lingered in the air like an unsettling mist. The true nightmare unfolded in the harsh light of day. Planting trees alongside my father, we witnessed a ghastly scene along the riverbank. Stray dogs, a predatory pack, were viciously attacking something in the water. Fearful for our own dogs, I urgently directed my dad to reverse towards the chaos. As I approached, ready to intervene with a rock, the attackers dispersed. What emerged from the water, however, defied all expectations. A creature, hairless and chest-high, struggled onto the opposite bank. Its appearance was a distorted blend of canine and otherworldly oddities, a rectangular snout, ears standing tall like sentinels, and spindly legs that betrayed its supposed canine nature. The creature stumbled into the brush, leaving my father and me in stunned silence. What the heck was that? I muttered, but there were no answers. The image haunted us, and my dad, caught in a wave of fascination and fear, delved into a chupacabra obsession for weeks. Yet the mystery lingered, and the enigmatic creature by the river continued to elude explanation, shrouded in the darkness of the unknown. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across our family's hobby farm. As a teenager, I found solace in our rural haven, especially when left home alone. On this particular day, laughter echoed through the phone as I chatted with friends and cousins, oblivious to the impending strangeness that would shroud the familiar. Standing on the front porch, the world seemed ordinary until an abrupt disruption ruptured the tranquility. Out of the periphery of my vision, a specter, a creature neither man nor beast, sprinted past the edge of the house. Its form, a hairy enigma, moved with a supernatural speed that defied all reason. In the blink of an eye, it vanished around the corner, leaving behind a trail of disquiet and disbelief. A surge of panic seized me, a primal instinct urging me to seek refuge. Hastily retreating into the house, I locked the door behind me, my heart pounding in sync with the lingering echoes of laughter that now seemed like distant memories. Peering out through every window, I scanned the surroundings for any trace of the mysterious entity. The landscape remained still, bathed in the quietude of the evening. Yet the lingering unease clung to the air, a disconcerting reminder that the ordinary could swiftly transform into the extraordinary. Days turned into nights, and I found no answers to the riddle that had unfolded on our farm. The mystery persisted, a whisper in the wind, a presence unseen but deeply felt. That fleeting encounter with the unknown left an indelible mark on my memory, a tale woven into the fabric of our family's farm, forever tinged with the eerie specter that defied explanation. Nestled in the heart of the countryside, my grandpa's farm sprawled across an expansive landscape, a patchwork quilt of fields and meadows. Free-range cattle roamed the vast property, each day a new adventure for them, a tapestry woven with the threads of nature's whims. On this particular day, an ordinary visit would take an extraordinary turn. As we arrived at the farm, the absence of my grandparents greeted us. Undeterred, my mom reached for the spare key, a customary ritual in their absence. Little did we know that this routine act would set in motion a sequence of events that bordered on the surreal. The moment the door creaked open, an ear-piercing alarm shattered the tranquil atmosphere. The countryside, accustomed to the symphony of nature, was now inundated with the blaring wail of a siren designed to alert the nearest neighbors. Panic ensued as we fumbled with the phone, dialing family members in a desperate attempt to unravel the mystery of the alarm. Amidst the chaotic symphony, I glanced out of the window, hoping for a glimpse of salvation. What I witnessed was beyond comprehension. A stampede of cows converging on the house. It was as if they had received an urgent memo and were racing against time to fulfill a collective mission. With thundering hooves, they approached the house at full tilt, a bovine battalion on a mission known only to them. Abruptly, they halted, forming a protective circle around the perimeter of the house. The sight was both surreal and comical, a bovine brigade standing shoulder to shoulder, their gaze fixed upon us with an intensity that belied their docile nature. In that moment, the cows became our peculiar guardians, a living barricade against the unknown. The alarm continued its relentless wail, but the cows, steadfast and resolute, held their ground. It was a peculiar alliance between humans and cattle, a tableau of rural eccentricity etched into the annals of family folklore. As the distant rumble of my grandpa's approaching vehicle grew louder, the cows, as if on cue, dispersed, resuming their pastoral pursuits as if nothing extraordinary had occurred. The farm, once again bathed in tranquility, bore witness to a tale that would be recounted with laughter and bewilderment for generations to come. Growing up surrounded by sprawling acres of wooded pastures and grazing cattle, our family farm was a haven of rural tranquility. The gentle lowing of cattle, the hum of tractors, and the rustle of leaves in the wind created a harmonious symphony that echoed through the idyllic landscape. However, nestled against an 80-acre expanse of untamed wilderness, a peculiar mystery lingered, casting a shadow over the otherwise serene surroundings. One particular pasture, bordered by the dense thicket of the wooded lot, became an unwitting stage for an enigma that persisted through the years. As we tended to our cattle, the routine tasks of loading feeders or overseeing the herd would occasionally be interrupted by an unspoken disturbance. The cattle, normally docile and familiar with the rhythms of farm life, would abruptly spook. In unison, they'd retreat from the fence line, creating a perceptible gap between themselves and the edge of the woods. This inexplicable behavior unfolded in broad daylight, or the soft glow of evening, a disconcerting tableau that unsettled even the most routine farm activities. The hum of tractors and the clatter of our work failed to deter whatever unseen presence lurked beyond the trees. It was as if an invisible specter held the attention of our bovine companions, compelling them to form a silent line, fixated on the impenetrable depths of the forest. As children, we felt an undercurrent of unease during these episodes, an unspoken acknowledgement that something beyond our understanding transpired. The woods, untouched and untamed, held secrets that eluded our comprehension. The atmosphere, usually imbued with the earthy scent of hay and livestock, now bore the weight of an unseen gaze. Never did we lose any cattle to known predators. Bears and mountain lions were absent from our corner of the world, and the elusive coyotes, typically shy and reclusive, seemed an unlikely culprit. The sporadic nature of these incidents only deepened the mystery, leaving us with an unspoken pact to remain vigilant along the fence line, our eyes scanning the tree line for any elusive movement. Through the years, the enigma persisted, weaving itself into the fabric of our farm's folklore. The wooded pasture, once a backdrop to routine farm life, now harbored a subtle tension, an unspoken understanding that, in the shadows of the trees, mysteries unfolded beyond the grasp of human comprehension.